For any movement, the beginning is brutal because you lose your freedom, you lose your country, but short. Ending is sweet and pleasant, but also short, because next day reality sets in, you have to begin to govern or you have to begin to deliver. The middle is the most difficult part.
Tibet is a civilization with a history of more than 2,000 years. From the 2nd century BC to the middle of the 20th century, Tibet has been a sovereign, independent nation. It has been over 6 decades since China occupied Tibet, yet the issue of Tibet remains unresolved. Umay, the middle way, has been our approach to peaceful resolution of the Tibet issue for the last 3 decades.
Any very 용도 신내리 더 표초가 순 신내리 very 용도 있다 직규기 돈에 에 지가서를 랑종조 직용답 디나라 랑종조 들려다 베베기 다침부터야 들어와 베베 주다 리숑게 공시 당나신 고려 송조 지야로서 대 얘네면 뭐지든 얘가 저림 나라 여버직.
We have not asking anything which is out of the provision of the constitution and the law. Medieval approach is applicable to any conflict in the world, right from the conflict within the family or within the community or within the nations. It is not seeking one side winner or the other side loser, so that both sides can be satisfied when the solution is found.
미망기 원두 시설 진배토는 저조기 지미토는 주주샤샤와 디에 찍말에 양의 양도 주주샤샤와 님의 우메 람서들 상하시 얘는 통면도
정군 부지나 람고메 강 패야 가고 쪼르셔네 패브링에 상고메 난주 미 규말에 사직 정군 부지 그 타주나 볼공의 최종요를 승도 가서 개인 최요를 봐도 아니 여러분들 로주 토네 셰비나 안저 배우데 타대지를 고점에랑지 다이나 되네 베드란 내가 되네 아니 마 법지 아니 넘어에 강 패야 돼 남산 빼나지 자와르무치 그 고갑시 두스 타주 셰비케게 마발 타주에 돼 베드 가사데 첨부치 디야 셰스마주나 로고 첨부시도 아니
나 로짱아 주둘레베 그돌라 다 배우라와 라그래 가당에 배기시 수시기 개라야로 고두고고만 고르접제니 실시에버래 당아 로짱아 주루직 삼네 간단 경고도 배워래 네 경고라야기 두주디 아니 별이야 개미 전주시하게 고초세 디젤이야 아니 네단 경고도 나 자 드레 인도잖아 할람 네 벽이 첩시기 경고람베 니무 되네 송지기 자야 가서 그러다 야변이 꽈야 다 님이 타올란 것도 하네 강했어야지 랑가 들으지 않나 패지다 내 경고람베 니무 되네 랑가다가 심으래.
After the Chinese invasion, our first breakthrough on talks came about in late 1970s with a change in the Chinese leadership. Deng Xiaoping, the new Chinese leader, initiated an open door policy.
And Deng Xiaoping atus katangdo and kan chegume and Yangonmus Nasanshi, Yangonmus Dikar Capido, the Chinchik Chinaures. Deng Xiaoping Katangore, Chiktuachinaures.
In the meeting, Deng Xiaoping said that anything except independence could be discussed. And likewise, 4 fact-finding delegations were sent to Tibet between 1979 and 1980. The mission found Tibetans economically poor and total desecration of the Tibetan monastic institutions. Amidst the talks in 1982, China's 5-point policy towards the Dalai Lama clearly reflected that they were only interested in the unconditional return of His Holiness, while they avoided the real issue, that is the issue of Tibet.
제당 안도 디상 그 랑자 매바 가래네 직 제직 지하자만 나고 계지 동바시고 어디 밀 디시고 키다 마소나 루고지 키제 쇼쇼쇼 키디 만도 키는 신체 자가는 땅도 레지 갈아가고 봐 티 루고지 때나 용물을 상고 쉬고 미정원은 뭐 지금 도지가 지금 가샤 잘하나 다나 봐도 먼저 봐 로요 말해.
Since there was no breakthrough on talks with China, His Holiness then approached the international community, in particular the US Congress and the European Parliament, with the 5-point peace plan and the middle way approach.
And we in the European Parliament particularly welcome his presence in Strasbourg as a city of reconciliation, and also in the European Parliament, of course, a collection of people who represent 320 million Europeans who have learned what it is to form reconciliation between us after so many years of strife.
China had started clamping down on Tibetans in Tibet after His Holiness approached the international community. Tibetans responded by staging a series of demonstrations, close to 140 between 1987 and 1992.
And I want to stress that actually there are a lot of areas in which we can learn from each other.
If you agree, I think we were finished this.
I agree, but you have to let me say one thing about the Dalai Lama. But for us, the question is not fundamentally religious, it is political. That is, we believe that other people should have the right to fully practice their religious beliefs, and that if he, in good faith, presents himself on those terms, it is a legitimate thing for China to engage him in dialogue. And let me say something that will perhaps be unpopular with everyone. I have spent time with the Dalai Lama. I believe him to be an honest man, and I believe if he had a conversation with President Zhang, they would like each other very much.
In the meantime, despite the formidable challenges, His Holiness and the Tibetan leadership established the Central Tibetan Administration in 1959. With the help of the Indian government and many others, we started rebuilding our cultural and religious institutions, resettling our people, and educating our children. Central Tibetan Administration is the legitimate and democratic representative of Tibetan people. Talks with China renewed, and 9th round of talks took place between 2002 and 2010.
Jimin Saba Chingo Tubere. Nidoni and Jimin Saba go Tubatagane, Maransu, Julam Chikta, Tushi, Siju, Tambo Sumbetam, Tone, Usu Jabjene, Tama, Natsu, Buri Yongla, Medun Sumbe Ranjung Yongtabwe, Samjari Yija, Kunzu Lavala Shamatu Parto, Motune, Besu Chevre.
Appreciate it. As far as Sino-Tibetan dialogue is concerned, yes, the envoys of the Dalai Lama met with the Chinese representative for 9 rounds from 2002 to 2009. It's not like there's no talk going on. There were talks between the envoys of the Dalai Lama and Chinese representative, but there was no breakthrough. The final the dialogue was in January of 2010. Now it's been 8 years, there's been no dialogue between two sides, and hopefully with a nudge from the Canadian government and leaders.
On Tuesday, the 29th of November, the European Parliament in Brussels held a conference about the situation in Tibet. The conference was attended by several MEPs, human rights organizations, and experts who addressed the serious human rights violations happening in Tibet and the continuing of self-immolations.
We continue to encourage Chinese authorities to preserve the religious and cultural identity of the Tibetan people and to engage the Dalai Lama or his representatives.
남도 켈렌 지모 투백이 나랑 랑쪽 켈렌 지모 투백이 아니 고역이 니단 돌이야 아니 문도 책임이 같이 되는 봐 문도 책임도 누가도 켈렌 지모 투백 고역은 돈 베네 자신은 별도 루규 돈에 전화하기 제시 임벌 문제 지우서 됐다 고역은 좀 물어봐
다 셴바데 the rule of the Communist Party 다 고서 파티도 다치 못 쓰기도 하다 대가랑 안도 딱와 큰시 고서 놓고 말씀 못 찍대려 난주 단지 세시제부 참에 나로나 다들 커뮤니스트 파티 롤 계획이 요말이다. 다들 거기서 내내 휴지 콘트사이드. 그 찬스 빼 미위도 약물천을 레메도스.
맞잖아. 든주 등구는 다나봐도 숨주 소루 진짜. 숨주 소루는 전화 가기 싫고 막 다가 싫고. 되면 지금인데스. 가지금인데스는 네 디스고. That we Tibetans we have a legitimate right nganzu en tsawa per miril top down jiore the top down gang power trouble samlo daya rawang top down keje shya rawang to top down che che rawang top down pa tu jogo chuno saje shandal jogo di top down daga shisu lomba zinyu jato ta ganga demi trouble.
It's very difficult to get away from the authorities in Tibetan areas. In villages like this, there are eyes and ears everywhere.
Human rights groups say, despite tightened security in Tibetan areas within China, the disturbing trend of self-immolations shows no sign of abating.
Oranta, Kerg, Chalu, Yigriso, Golderiarov, Yurumena, Tinimirikanka Mirgizere, Guys in the base.
Oh, the way next with the Nota de Michig in Nota. 다라라마한테 매비나 되니마데 배웠어 지금 아주 로스만즈다 아니 지도와 즉 타지비지 직대 랑가서 남타데 저지 매우 차루를 섬지 다 국가 네 나는 아주 파주 자나숑데 고두시베 갑데 관스 동바나 텐지 람요 the chance the foolish and the most dangerous idea chance sem날 내주 되게 하루씩 마슈비는 자유를 선바데
로산 생계 셰게와
비미 딕소기 칼렌 티버로 외된 종발라나
비미 딕소기 칼렌 티버로 외된 종발라네
전절 비미 제듬 이제다
전절 비미 제듬라 이제다 Despite the tragedy in Tibet, we want the world to know, especially Chinese friends, that we remain firmly committed to nonviolence. We do not view China and Chinese people with malice, but with respect. Guided by the wisdom of our forefathers and foremothers, we will continue the middle way policy which seeks genuine autonomy for Tibet within the People's Republic of China.
아니 가시기 가면 용투를 했어. 용투를 했으면 다시 다 이시요. 가르서는 뭐만 나도 셰투를 봐. 제발 맞세 너무 망고진 걸 가사데 고두 제발 고두 제단테야 펜지 가사데 정리 찍이 다찍 다이얼로그 가사 새 토목이 넘버 제정도 제토요.
먼저 두자 각해 제요 말에. 사단지는 아주 대바요. We have every right to demand the Chinese no do the Sanyala.
Every Tibetan, whether they live Tibet or India or America or Australia or Europe, wherever they live, their body with Tibetan blood. So we cannot, forget that. From birth till our death, it is our moral responsibility to think, to make an effort like that.
야와는 뭐지 걔들 꾸지 되라 아니 별 파샵소 코마도 이제 출로도 와지 공부 좋아이나 배민서기 로 야차 망고인가다 나서 따오는 제가 말했어. 배민서기 소소배도 파말레 따치기 강사데 아니 타마데 아니 공부 조사데 치rum바 공부 좋아이나 되게 나사데 로 야차 망고 되기다스. 되게 나사데 다가 semna 찍고 되게 말았어. 나사데 도용 그랬어. 나사데 도용 베이는서 가르쳐야 시에 두 말. 아니 디니마데 배바초기 semna 동에 세통이 어떤 매매 차버려.